Okay, we are live. We are starting this amazing appointment of X-Share. And today the topic will be very intriguing because it makes, I guess, one of my two passions that are music and climate action. And we have like a lot of interesting guests today. So I will like invite you to stay here connected for the whole interview. So I invite now to the floor Fabio Zaffagnini. I will let him present, but I think that he is he don't need so much presentation because he's done a great job with the Rockin' 1000. But let's discover Fabio together and let's interview him. So, hi
Hi,
Fabio, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi everyone.
Hi. So glad to have you here. So it's a pleasure that you accepted this invitation, and I'm very honored to invite a friend and a person that I really esteem. So thank you for joining. So Fabio, I tell a little bit about, but please, the first question that I address to you is, what is Rocking 1000 and Rocking 1000, and how has been born?
Rockin' 1000 is a band formed by thousands of musicians coming from all over the world, and we give concerts in big stadiums where 1,000 people perform simultaneously. That's basically what we're up to now. So we're building this huge community of musicians, and we actually perform live. And it started in 2015 as a stunt to invite Foo Fighters to my hometown Cesena. I strongly wanted to have them in my hometown to give a concert, so it was almost impossible to get that. So I organized this performance of 1,000 people playing one of their songs. We made a video out of that, and the video became viral on YouTube, and that's how basically how everything started. After that video, we decided to grow and to build a band our own, and we started performing live, involving every year more and more musicians. And now, after the pandemic, we are finally happy to start again, and eventually and hopefully organize other concerts.
So thank you, Fabio, for this introduction. I mean, from Cesena, a lot of things has happened, and before like going to the present, that also is the topic of today. Let's like talk about also the story of Rocking 1000. What's happened after Cesena?
Well, we realized that we wanted to meet and gather and play again. A video was not enough, so we decided to move on. We had to change a little kind of our strategy because we didn't want to tribute or invite other bands anymore because we knew that that kind of thing wouldn't have worked twice. So after inviting Foo Fighters, they actually came and they gave these amazing concerts. But we decided to move on. So we self-proclaimed ourselves we proclaimed ourselves the biggest rock band on earth, because at least in terms of numbers we can actually say that. And in 2016 we gave a concert in the stadium of Cesena, gathering 1,200 people, and the concert went sold out, and 15,000 people came to see us. And we produced and we made an album out of that, and we moved on and gave other concerts at the stadium in Florence. We played at the foot of Mont Blanc, which is the highest mountain that we have in Europe. And afterwards, we started making experiences abroad. We gave smaller gigs in Austria and the United States and in Korea. And in 2019, we gave other huge concerts in big stadiums in Frankfurt, at the Stade de France in Paris, at the airport in Milano Linate. And then we gave during the pandemic, we made many online events, like mixing and collecting videos from all over the world. And this year we gave some concerts with 100 people in Milan, in Bologna, again twice. So in Rimini this summer. So the project is growing, and now we are a band of 26,000 musicians. 60%, even if we were born in Italy and we gave most of our events in Italy, our community is composed by 60% international musicians and 40% are Italian. Which means that this is like for us a great opportunity to bring people together and overcome like differences, sexual orientations, political orientation, or social stratification. I mean, for us, all musicians are part of the same group, and they're all equal. And the only things that makes a difference between them is the instrument that they play. And I think that under a social point of view, this brings like a great value and a great message of inclusion. And this is something that we actually need besides music.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. Actually, I not hidden. I was taking part of one of many of these concerts, and that's properly as Fabio has say and Andrea said. It's like the feeling that you perceive during this concert is properly inclusion. Everyone is accepted. Is collaboration between musicians, and is a very like human experience also, I guess. This, I share my screen for a few for showing I think one of the big concert that the Rocking 1000 band has performed in Paris. But yeah, I guess you are like eager to reach the top because I know that you are also beside music, you also like a passion for the environment, for like also climate. But would you tell me about this passion or this like I don't know, special like approach and acknowledgement about the role of environment also in the world? So thank you, Fabio, for that. Maybe we can start from that and then we can go to the last concert that the Rocking 1000 had performed.
Yes, before organizing concerts, I used to do a totally different job. I was a marine geologist, and I worked as a researcher for the National Research Council for like many years. I worked for the Euro Mediterranean Center for Climate Change, and I used to be a modeler. I used to make like mathematic models about the exchange of carbon dioxide uh, from the seabed to the water column. That was what that was my job previously. I really enjoy that. Apart from the problem that I felt seasick. So being a marine geology and suffering from seasickness was like kind of complicated. I had like this huge passion for music, and when Rockin' 1000 like blew up, I decided to completely change my life. But I mean, environment and geology and these kind of topics are something that are really bound to. Even if now I'm involved in a completely different industry.
Thank you, Fabio. And now let's come to the present and properly like matching these two passion and two also topics that you also address in your life, music, or the great passion, and also climate and environment. Rocking 1000 has done like a very super thing. I mean, in my opinion, I was like, as I said, super happy about this concert that Rocking 1000 perform in Milan this September. So I will now share my screen with a few images, but would you tell a little bit more about Music for Climate? How was born this initiative, and what is the message, and what do you want to achieve with that?
Yes, I mean, we've been like part of the All for Climate movement for like many, many years, and we've always discussed in these years about the opportunity to organize a concerts and talk about these topics. And finally, we had this like amazing opportunity a month ago when we had like the opportunity and the honor to play to give a concert connected to the for Climate initiative that brought to Italy 400 young influencers in terms of like environment, and they had to discuss topics about what to present to politicians and discuss together like ideas about how to face the climate change challenge. And we were as our like band is formed by many people with a big passion for music. And I mean, we do not really have big stars in our community of musicians. We are basically common musicians performing in small pubs or playing home among friends. But once we are together and play 100 or 1,000 at a time, we're able to make like a big show, and we're able to obtain a result that is bigger than the sum of each individual work. The guys at the World Bank thought that this was a good message and a good match with the effort that we all have to make in terms of fighting the climate change. And this is the reason why we were invited to give this concert. And besides this, like many very important Italian and international musicians were involved and invited to come and play with us. And so we had the honor to play with like singers like Nina Zilli or Daniele Silvestri or Michele Carta or Selton, or actors like Violante Placido. I mean, many very famous Italian people decided to join us and to play and sing with us. And Luca Parmitano, the Italian astronaut who plays bass, joined us as well. I mean, it's been like a huge gathering of people who love this cause and decided to join for this for this international and very important event. We were really honored to do that. The time was so strict to organize everything, but the outcome has been great.
Yes, totally. Yes, I was witnessing this great concert this time for as a like a spectator, not a player, but was huge. And I think that all the people that were there, and also the youths that were there as delegates for for climate, are very enjoying. And I want to also say another thing that this like sense of collaboration of like common goal is something that sometimes is also addressed into the international negotiation of climate change. There is a word that I very like that it's called talanoa. It's come from the Fiji Island, and it means we are on the same boat. And it like properly wanted to foster the collaboration among individuals, parts, and so on, and properly talking on international negotiation, and also staying any case in the concept of music. I want to invite on the floor the two other guests of today that are like friends, first of all, but also very committed and passionate climate advocates and also leaders in this field. So I'll invite to the floor Miroslav Polzer from Gloccia and Moran Solbrosa from B1. So, hi guys, how are you? Can you hear me?
Hi,
Hi.
hi
Hi.
everyone. Thank you for
So
having
welcome on the floor. So we are talking about music and climate. I think that you are the right person to address these two topics. But I'll let you introduce first. I'll give the floor to Miroslav and then Sol. So Miroslav, to you. Can you hear us, Miroslav? If you want to introduce yourself, okay, maybe we can start then to Moran. Moran, to you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
I can hear you.
Thank you so much for
Ah,
having us. Oh, there we go. Miroslav, go ahead. I'll go after.
No, no. I can see Domenico and Fabio, so I don't know whether it's my connection or is it on their side.
okay. But by the way, let's start now. Moran, you can go first. Don't worry. Then we can catch to Miroslav.
Okay, so it's a huge honor to be here. Thank you so much for coordinating this and inviting me here. Fabio, I was in the audience at Music for Climate and Youth for Climate, and it was amazing. Me and Domenico and Miroslav, we all met there anyway earlier in that day and the days following. So we've absolutely been following you, and I have a song that I proposed maybe to do together with Rockin' 1000 could be amazing. Uh, and we're talking separately about that because it's a song called Together that I sang when I was a child. It was chosen to be UNICEF's 50th anniversary anthem.
Wow.
Um, yeah, and the lyrics of the song are still relevant today, but they inspired me big time to be who I am today, which is what brings me to this conversation because it actually had a big call to action. It said that even though people who have less in the world, they seem to pay a higher price for the actions and impacts of other people's behavior around the world, but that there's something that we can all do to make the world a better place, and that's to come together. And every person can take even a small action. And then together, when many of us take small actions, we actually make a bigger action and bigger change in the world. And that's exactly what I see Rockin' 1000 doing. I mean, the idea of getting 100 or 1,000 musicians on one stage, other than symphonies and orchestras, to play the same song together, to sing songs together. I was super, super excited to be in the audience, and especially because Domenico had told me that he had performed, I think in the
Yes.
first one or one of the older ones, which I only saw online the recording of. Uh, but I take myself as an example of the power of music because if 20 something years later, one song managed to inspire me enough to bring me here, there we go. Domenic is giving away the not the secret, I'm joking. That's me sitting in the picture that he's showing you there. And 20 something years later, the words of the song and the melody of the song and the harmony that came out of the song, I truly believed that I can make a difference or that I matter and that each of us is significant. And today I would like to teach others the song, teach the world this song, in hopes that perhaps there might be even one more like me, so that years later, the ripple effect, the domino effect of what we do might actually inspire more people to do the same. And at COP26, we're talking with Glocha and other organizations, the Fridays for Future Climate Education, hopefully also ACE and ECOS and some other initiatives that have to do with education. We want to use the power of music and bring back this song and have as many people do the song together and create actually an online global campaign that raises awareness using music and also raises resources that can actually help to bring in what we need and then funnel it out to the people who need it, who are on the ground doing things that actually not only point out the problems, but they actually bring the solutions.
Thank you, Moran,
Thank
and
you.
congratulations for your work. Yes, I actually know Moran properly for the song because she teach me the gestures. She has like a particular gestures for like follow up this campaign based on the song. Uh, and
Strange, I cannot hear Domenico.
oh, you cannot
Oh,
hear me? Can you hear me now?
to drop out, I guess. Reconnect.
Okay. In the case, I want to give you the floor. I'll also write you in the chat. Oh, too late. By the
Yeah.
way, let's take the time to a little bit interact between Moran and Fabio. Fabio, so what do you think about this proposal? I think that Moran, I said, was very impressed by Rocky 1000, and yeah, I also strongly encourage her to join the concert. I say you cannot miss, you cannot go out of Milan without seeing Rocky 1000. But I mean, you two are like very great examples on how also with music, the communication also on this very important issue of climate change can be performed. Yeah, I don't know if you have some words about that.
Well, I'm very curious to hear the song, and why not? We can talk about like asking our community to sing and play the song all together. Yeah, I mean, I think that Moran definitely got the point. That's exactly what we're doing with Rocky 1000, and it's something that we basically realized along the way. We didn't plan it actually. That we didn't uh, predict that like the gathering of so many people could be so powerful. But once we realized that, we decided to move on and grow and spread messages that we believe are correct. And one of these is definitely a bigger sensibility towards the environment and the inclusion. I mean, environment and social aspects are basically the core at the core of our values. So yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Wow. Wow. Great. I think that's exactly what we're hoping this will do. And honestly, I mean, every word that you guys sang at that concert moved me. We couldn't sit down. Actually, the security had to tell us that we have to sit because of COVID. And we were like, what are you talking about? We have energy coming in music that wants to, our bodies want to move and express the inspiration of like the coming together of this unique opportunity. Like you said, the 400 leaders from all over the world and Milan hosting. The audience was incredible. Everyone was just so excited to even to be together, right? I mean, the fact that we were able to pull that off was incredible, and that you had the broadcasting, through the media channels and all, Anyway, I think today, now that science is being respected in a new way, and you with your background as your scientific background as well, music is mathematics, it is science, and hopefully even the music and the arts are going to start receiving or being seen in a different light, a new light, because it really is powerful. And without music, without art, the world would look very different. And I think Miroslav is back with us, and that's one of the things that brings all of us together here. And hopefully one day they will even look at science as the art that it is as well. That's my personal belief.
Thank you, Moran. Now let's give the floor to Miro.
So, hello everyone. Apologies for my connection issues. I'm on the train on my way to Glasgow for the COP26 via Vienna. And yeah, I'm also a firm believer into the power of music. It's really creativeness is needed to tackle these big crises of our time. COVID crisis is big, but climate crisis is even much bigger. And really, Fabio, congratulations to the great job with your initiative. And my organization also has used music for getting people engaged with the Global Challenges Youth Music Contest, which we have organized already in 2011, 2012 in the context of UN Conference on Sustainable Development. And if we could show this briefly, that would be nice. This was our music competition for COP21 in Paris, and it was really inspiring to see how it resonated with the audience and with the youth from all over the world, that they had a channel to communicate this complex climate challenge with music, which touches the hearts and opens up the minds to new thinking about the global community. And now we have the initiative Digital Art for Climate, where we are, where Domenico is also a key partner. We've had our event at the Meet the Digital Culture Center in Milan on the 28th of September in the context of the pre-COP Youth event of the Italian COP co-presidency. And we have an art competition open, and we are bringing have more than 100 submissions of visual art related to climate, and we will have a selection of 26 pieces, which we will show at the COP26. We will turn it into digital collectibles, NFTs, and then on the 5th of June next year, on World Environment Day, we will have an auction to monetize this. Part of the revenues will go to the artists, and the bigger share to building, to investing in action for climate empowerment projects, for youth climate action projects. And the plan is that we will also, with Sol, launch in Glasgow. Thanks, Domenico, for sharing the homepage. There's still 3 days to go for the art competition. Everyone kindly invited to submit visual art at this time, but at COP26 we will start also a Music for Climate related competition and digital art collection, which we will then present on World Environment Day 2022 on the 5th of June. And I hope that also your networks, Fabio, will be with us, and everyone here on the show. Please stay tuned. Look at the hashtag Digital Art for Climate, and hoping to build a better world with the power of music with all of you.
Thank you very much, Miro, also for sharing your experience. You are also doing an amazing job since COP21. I think that you properly get the message of bringing music and climate together. So I think that we are running till the end on this brief podcast that we have with all of you. I hope that will be also other chance to chat together, even in person and not online. But to close, I want to ask you, to all three of you, a final message, a final statement that you want to address to the audience of Abzin on this channel today. So let's start with Fabio.
Oh, wow, that's not easy at all. Well, I mean, other one. Maybe it may sound obvious, but I really think that we should use like art and creativity and music to spread and reach people, because like the problem with the environment are complicated and very complex. I mean, in my past life as a researcher, I realized how like complex was the system of the environment and all the studies that are behind the science of climate change, and they're very like hard to explain, and even simplifying these concepts it is really hard. This is why I think we should find other ways to make people more sensitive to these topics, and ask people to make a very small effort and explain how small small efforts on a daily basis can really make a difference, and probably touching people's hearts with creativity, with art and music is the best way to do so, and ask uh, people of the world to make these small efforts. So I strongly believe that this is like the best way to do so, and this is what we will try to do. We're trying to do now, and we will try to do it in the future as well.
Thank you very much, Fabio. Now let's go to Moran.
I agree with you, Fabio. There's an African proverb that says, each one teach one. It's how they would pass the knowledge. And today I like to say, each one teach 10, because scientifically speaking, by the powers of 10, we really can change the world. And so I'd like to end with my message of the hand signals that we're doing. It says this, okay? We are one. Open it up, it's a B. Together, we're being based on 3 principles of respect to ourselves, others, and life. It's about me, it's about we, and together we are being and doing. Together, they create an infinity. Infinity. Together, we're building a home made with love. Can you see the love? Yeah. And together, we rise up to be one. Because that's the only, we are one. We're all connected. And as long as it takes to teach enough of us that, I think then we'll finally be able to live more harmoniously. Speaking of harmony, back to music. Pass it on.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Moran. And now, Miro.
Yeah, I would just like to say that as long as there's music, there's hope. Because with music comes community, and if we join our hands, our hearts, and minds, we will find problems to solutions to the problems that are ahead of us. And, we are one.
Thank you. Thank you very much to you all. It's been amazing. Also, I learned a lot from you. Thank you very much for your statement and your participation to this event. And thank you, Fabio. Thank you, Moran. Thank you, Miro. There will be the recording. So if you want to see again, I will share with all of you and all the community the link, because it's important that these messages need to be spread. And with this, I will close this session of XShare, and see you on the next appointment. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.